Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 35 of Collecting Justified, your favorite Saturday night toy talk show. I know we're on late. Our UK friends complain every time, but this is the time it's going to be. 8:45-ish. Hey, look, guys, we're starting before 9. It's 8:59. We're starting before 9 after the intro. The chat might be a little smaller tonight since everyone's watching wrestling. WrestleMania is now a two-day event. Guys, sit down. Let the old men tell you something. Back in my day, WrestleMania was one night. Okay, why do you need 2 nights? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know our friend Jay's Toy Collection UK is doing a watch along. And hopefully they can kind of just watch us too, and just put us on the side, and just recap this too. React to wrestling and the show, Jay, because this is where the action is. If you are new here, welcome. If you're watching on the replay, welcome. Try to be here live next week. If you are here live, make sure to say hi in the chat. And of course, if you're a Justified channel member, drop those channel member emojis. Shout out to Rick, aka Legion X. I updated the cuppy emoji. It's no longer the actual physical cuppy. It's one of Rick's illustrations. Now, just doing some upgrades, some little tiny upgrades along the channel. And my freaking webcam keeps doing this. Kenny, it's doing the freaking autofocus thing.
You got to hit that button. You got to hit that middle button.
I don't know what I did with my remote. Anyway, so let's go through the housekeeping real quick. This, again, is Collecting Justified live every Saturday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish. We show up, we all talk, try to justify our collecting, our terrible spending habits, what have you, and we're going to talk about a lot of that tonight. It's been fast and furious, guys. everything Fast and Furious. And the free Andrew from the Basement Fund is open, so make sure to donate to the channel if you feel so generous to keep Andrew out of that basement. You can see right there below Kenny, Andrew is here with us again tonight. So we're on a bit of a streak. You can also become a member of the Justified. In my opinion, that is the best way to support the channel. We have a 2-tier system, the Justified and Justified MVP. You can see everything that comes with both those tiers right there. Pause it if you want, or click that join button. There's a link. If you're on iOS, down in the description below, click that link. Takes you straight to it. Click that join button, and it'll tell you what you get there. Just go for the highest tier. You get the most value out of it. You get a cuppy drop every few months. I'm really small on the screen right now, so you probably can't see that. But yeah, a cuppy. And yeah, all that great stuff. And the tier you are does dictate how much we love you. So, speaking of those people, wonderful people we love, we have the Justified channel members we thank at the beginning and end of each live stream. And we started something last week, a poll in the chat to see who you want to read the thanking channel members list at the end of the show. So we'll leave that poll up all throughout the show and look at it at the end. And Kenny, it's not looking too good for you right now, my friend.
Wonderful.
I voted in the poll, by the way.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. So let's go through, and I'll tell you what. I'll bite the bullet. I'll do the first one. I didn't put my name on the poll because I'm going to read at the beginning, and there's only 4 options. And Alexi is supposed to be here tonight, but I'll tell you, if Alexi wins in the poll and he's not here, I guess just nobody's reading it, I guess. Or I'll read it. Who cares? Or Kenny will read it if Alexi wins. And Alexi
I'll read it as Alexi.
There we go.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, never mind. I'm making promises I can't keep over here. All right.
He can keep those promises. People, don't worry. So, first of all, thank you to the Justified MVP members, Z-Man12Bat, aka Agent Z-Man, aka the very first Justified channel member. I don't know if you guys saw his picture. His cuppy finally did swim all the way across the ocean and made its way to the UK, and he got that in hand. Legion X, aka Rick, aka all these new updated cuppy illustrations are all thanks to Rick. And Rick did get the chase, the first ever chase cuppy. It's green sword. So. Also, compulsive collector John. I haven't seen John around in a little while. Is John okay? John, are you okay? John, reach out, John. Are you okay?
Blink twice.
Do I have to talk about we did all night to get John to pop up? Is that what this is going to be? And then John Morrissey. John Morrissey was in the chat earlier, my best friend, saying he had family stuff going on and he couldn't be here, and to make sure I gave Kenny plenty of crap. He better not be in the background back there, Kenny, somewhere, okay? He better not be on that couch.
I'm just saying, I did offer weekends and holidays. Okay.
Also, David, Evan, and Smith down at the bottom of the screen right there. Michael Davis, thank you, Michael Davis. St. James, I know St. James was asking if I could start the stream today at around 3 p.m. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, James. And also Kenny in Counterculture right below me right there. Getting over to the Justified. Kenny, I believe you referred to them a couple weeks ago as the lesser group, right?
That doesn't sound right.
I believe that's what it was. Dan, who reviews, Christopher Allen, Displayed Once, aka Rich M, Kurt K, everyone's favorite grandpa in collecting, Cole's Cave. It's one of the best up-and-coming toy photographers on Instagram. Your boys got toys, who should be with us later tonight. Michael, Bring Toys to Work, Jesse Hubbard, Super Turk 5000, who is the reason your boys got toys isn't here in the beginning, because they've been hanging out in Vegas tonight, or today, because Super Turk is in the U.S., aka Tanner, for WrestleMania.
He's wrestling there.
Yeah, he's actually wrestling. He's going for the world title. And Jared Byrne, look at it, David. It's right. It's right.
Okay.
It's right on there, okay? STM
Good
figure.
job. Good job, Justin.
Mikey Moon Boots, not Miley. Mikey Moon Boots. Jay's Toy Collection UK. Chi Chi Collect. Shane Shooter. Collecting Russ. Burgos LJ. Art G, and the Blackter. Thank you to all our wonderful channel members. And tonight we're going to be talking about just news, and because there's a lot of news, a lot of crazy news. And I had to do this thumbnail. So we were talking off screen about just me talking about how much I love this thumbnail. This is really fun. We've got Kenny with Cuppy just hopping on the trailer. I'm propelling down. I don't know if it's Andrew or Lexi driving the helicopter, but either way, I do not feel quite safe.
They're both in the helicopter. Okay. Yeah.
And David's in the car with Captain Carrot riding shotgun. So I guess Captain Carrot sold all of Todd's secrets to us. And, you know, Todd's just looking very shocked and terrified right there, as he should be. Look at all that coming at him. So, guys, tonight, we're going to just cut loose. It's kind of a loose topic, talking about news, stuff coming out, and the crazy emails that have been going out about Mcfarlane stuff getting stolen, Big Bad being like, hey, sorry about your pre-orders, but those prices are going up. Some other emails from other companies coming out. I didn't screenshot those. And there's a lot of reveals. Kenny, Superman reveals. I know you're so excited.
Yeah.
They exist.
I can barely stand it.
They exist. We'll
they exist.
Words can't describe how Kenny feels about it.
I'm overcome with some emotion.
some emotion. Some kind of emotion.
Some kind of emotion.
Describe how jealous I am of something David found. I'm sorry, I'm still looking for that damn remote for my webcam. I'll find it eventually. Oh, here it is. It was sitting. Would you believe me if I said it was
right in front of him
beside me the whole time?
It's right there.
There we go. It was right there. There's like a cubby drawer right there. Anyway, but before we get into any of that, guys, we have to get into pickups. Does anybody have any pickups? David, I don't think you have anything. Definitely not something I'm super jealous of.
Oh, I have pickups. But I can wait. Like, you know.
Yeah, wait till the end of the show. Okay. Andrew, do you have any pickups today?
No pickups today.
No pickups. Might have some pickups here soon with some of the Star Wars stuff being revealed. Kenny, any pickups?
I have a couple.
Whoa.
Couple
I saw something savage AF on your
that's right.
On your channel. Savage action figure, right?
Let's see here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we'll let David go. Let David go first here. I mean, he might have a little something. I don't know. Let me go ahead and start drinking.
Yeah. So I needed to make a civilian bishop. So Luke Cage, new body.
Okay.
And old bishop head. I'm waiting for a replacement head because this one has no painted teeth. So I would not normally want head with teeth, but this time we need
total
head
gummer
with some teeth. So yeah, it's very strange. But I need a civilian bishop. It's a good new base body. I also customized. I think I showed off Destiny in a few weeks ago, but I made a custom Wasp with a Destiny figure, and the costume is based on something she wore on Avengers West Coast. It was yellow though in the comic, but the Destiny body actually is the same kind of like cut. The only thing that's different is the gloves. So in the comic she's got like a shorter glove, like a rubber glove, like mid arm. But yeah, so
but more glove is better than no boots.
That's a rule to live by for sure. I have finally found Ben Cooper NECA Wonder Woman. It's so creepy.
Yeah.
Look at those dead eyes.
Yeah.
Look at those dead eyes and the eyeshadow on the mask. So yeah. She does have actual black hair behind. And compared to the Superman figure, she's taller than Superman.
Okay.
The Superman version of this. Did you get this, Kenny?
I just got the Superman and the Beetlejuice, right? So I did see the Wonder Woman. So and look, I offered to buy it because Carolina, like, she loves Wonder Woman, has a full display of Wonder Woman figures, but she felt that was too creepy. So
yeah, I really actually like it. Is definitely creepy. Like it for me. It reminds me of like The Purge. Like there are masks that they wear in like the original Purge movie, and it's like that's what that.
It's a little nightmare fuelish. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the creep factor of it, and it's just still so real to like what, as a child, those costumes were. So
yeah, exactly.
You know,
it's the jawline for me. That jawline on that Wonder Woman. It's like in the movie Smile. It's
no, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And like it's the weird like yellow little ball earrings. You know,
there's a lot
and, like,
going on.
The hair that's like on the frame of the mask, but then it's different from her actual hair. You know, it's just so weird.
The purge thing is so on point, though.
Right? Like that's the first thing I think about every time I see any one of these. Like, it really just looks like the Purge to me. But whatever. And then it's the rest of this is DC. The rest of this is Mcfarlane. So buckle up.
That's what came out of that tractor trailer from the thumbnail.
That's right.
Maybe. But the Super Friends wave surprised me this week. I saw it first at a comic book store that I go to every week. And they had the whole wave, but including the like red platinum variants of Riddler and Red Batman. However, the comic book store shop girl told me that they were charging $100 for each variant. The Riddler and Red Batman were each going to be $100.
Dang.
So I was like, no thanks. I'll wait. I'll see if I can find that somewhere else a little more reasonable. Yeah. But I haven't found those yet anywhere else. But I'm not spending $100 per figure on a 5-inch retro carded line. Nah. But the back of the package is cool, and it shows like
that's cool. I like that. Yeah.
A bunch of classic characters, which could indicate what they might do in the line. Like there's a Shazam in here. There's a Supergirl. There are some Teen Titans. Raven is down here. Beast Boy. Plastic Man.
I find it interesting that Superman was not included in Wave 1 of this, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I really think like Superman and Wonder Woman were skipped because they were in the Batman 66 line.
Yeah.
So I know they're not cartoony.
But so was Batman.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Batman. So
I have a question, David. So with the Scooby-Doo line coming out, did you ever watch I forget which one it was, but the Scooby-Doo show that had like all the crossovers and Batman was on there a couple times?
I have it on a DVD. Scooby-Doo Batman.
Of course you do.
Nice.
Yep.
Kiss was on there as well, so yeah.
My question
in the Batman episodes?
No. There's a whole Scooby-Doo Kiss thing, you know.
Oh.
My question is, which one of these 6-inch Batmans in this vein that McFarlane has done would you feel like would go best with that Scooby-Doo line that's coming out from Jada?
I might say this one. I mean, this one really, like, I got the one from the 1977 New Adventures of Batman animated series, and he's like a brighter blue than this. But this, I mean, I'd have to like dig out the DVD case and see what he looked like. But this just reminds me. I mean, it looks like every meme from Super Friends. And I remember like Batman, like, you know, stroking his chin and like thinking, you know, that's just looks like this to me. So for now, I'm going to say this. But I'm definitely planning to mix Scooby-Doo with this. The Joker from the 77 show, that would work with that too.
So we know Jada's. They're probably going to go decently deep with the Scooby-Doo line. I would hope. Yeah. But we know they're not going to do like a Batman or something like that. They might do like a Don Knotts. That'd be cool because he was on there at one point. They might do some other like Hanna-Barbera crossover characters, some other ones. It's hard to really recall. It was so long ago, right, David? But
I mean, I wasn't actually alive in the 70s when most of that was going on, but I'm just encouraged by like the characters on here, you know, like there's a Mary Marvel down here.
Yeah.
From the Shazam comics, and like Wonder Girl, Donna Troy is in here. Batgirl. So like, you know, they have the Batgirl mold. So who's to say they wouldn't do her in these colors?
Totally, yeah.
It's so easy. Yeah. But I think that Superman and Wonder Woman need a little bit of new sculpt because like the 66 Wonder Woman is like more Linda Carter costume, and this is more like classic superpowers, big W, gold W on the chest. So like, but there's just like every character you can think of is probably in here, except like the, what do we call them? The DEI hires of the Super Friends cartoon, So that wave's on the horizon. And I actually saw that wave, the basics, at Target. So the 66 Batman show line hasn't been at Target since 2023, at least, like when King Tut was released. So I was very surprised to find Super Friends retro cards at Target because I thought they kind of like walked away from Mcfarlane retro stuff. So encouraging. So you might find these at your Target stores. And then also in my haul, I got a Dr. Fate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
From
that looks good.
So good. The colors are so classic on this. Perfect. Benduar cape, of course, as Todd does, as he tends to do. And I was also surprised to find the new animated series wave. Almost the whole wave. So for now, I just have a legless Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Looks good. Looks good though.
He does look good. Like, and I appreciate that they are doing like different skin tones on different characters. Like Ivy's skin tone and Bane's are different from Bruce, and he was a little more, I don't know if you want to call it a little more bronzed or yellow.
And
I don't know.
There was always like different lighting and different shadowing and stuff in the show too. So.
And he has like there's your cell shading.
Yeah. That's not egregious though.
No, it's not crazy. And in the suitcase, oh no. I didn't know the piece fell out.
Oh no.
So the suitcase opens and it has a bat suit in the suitcase that he can. So cool. Yeah. So I'm like, that's a nice touch that they would let it open and that they would pack the bat suit in there. So very cool. I need Phantasm to complete Batman. I joked in the chat with you guys, like, I'll pretend he's just like in quicksand,
Yeah.
And then I posted this in the Legends of Liquor chat, and Dan Who made the same joke, and I'm like, he's spying. He's spying.
You're onto something, or spying, probably.
Yeah. So quite a haul. And yeah, that's it. That's it for now. So
I'm jealous.
I bet you said that didn't even go up for pre-order yet.
No, that wave hasn't even gone for pre-order yet. So at this point, when it finally goes up, it's just going to be in stock everywhere, probably. Or like it'll probably be in stock on Target's website and maybe at Amazon pre-order for some reason that would like still auto ship, but they do weird stuff sometimes.
Amazon has those that line.
They have gotten them eventually, I think. I might be talking out my ass.
I thought they were Target exclusive, but I did get a message today from Cute Cult, who we know from Legends and Liquor, and he found the Phantasm and Ivy in Target.
Ooh.
So Phantasm's out there.
I forgot to Target.
Just gotta find Phantasm.
Our Target sucks though. Our Target sucks. The best Target's like 45 minutes away. The Target that's like 20 minutes away just never has anything. But the other one is
like, I was really shocked because in that first Target I hit, Dr. Fate, the animated series figures I just got, the Super Friends figures that I do have, all that was on the pegs in that, and it was like 8:30 in the morning, like a half hour after they opened. So like, you never know.
Target's been expensive here lately with Holothon and everything, and I almost wonder if that wave was supposed to initially be part of Holothon with the timing. but they removed it because they weren't sure if it was going to make it. But then it did.
Maybe some of the trucks got hijacked.
Yeah,
Very possible.
Maybe by David, and he sent some out to other people, but didn't send any to me. So I don't know how I feel about that. But whatever, David. Whatever. It was okay haul, I guess. Whatever. Kenny, save me here. Save me from my jealousy.
I'll try.
I swear to God, if you pull out this animated series line.
I also found the
leaves the show.
No. I do have some things from a different animated series, I guess, if that's a segue. Okay. So I did pick up Lenny. So a couple of weeks ago, I said how I saw Carl, and I didn't pick up Carl because I never picked up Lenny. And then I was like, well, I'll just wait it out, see how that goes. And then Lenny was down to like $9 instead of $12, right? So I was like, all right, I'll get it. But now I got to go find Carl, right? And
at least you're closing the vicious cycle.
Who knows how that's going to go, right?
Yeah.
So continuing the vicious cycle, actually, of going further down this line.
Finally, some love for Lenny. Y'all disrespectful.
Love for Lenny. I got love for Lenny. It's just the time wasn't right, and now it was, I guess.
You see that some of Wave 1 and 2 are showing up at Ross now?
Which is wild. This isn't an old, like, it's not, it hasn't even been a year, right? Like, no, or
that's
has
purely
it? Maybe it has been a year,
no, probably not.
But it feels like it has not been a year yet.
2024 would have been the first
wave,
2 or 3 waves, right?
Yeah.
Marge is part of Lenny's wave, right?
Yes.
And that came out
Marge and Millhouse.
November, December.
Yeah, I mean it's trademark 2025, so.
Oh.
Did it come in January?
I guess so. Yeah.
Must have been January.
It has to be within a year. Like we haven't had the other 2 waves.
Yeah.
For longer than that. Yeah. Nice.
So interesting that they're starting to pop up, but I feel like they've been selling pretty well. Like my target, the ones that I've seen that haven't really sold well are the smaller scale ones. Mm-hmm. Like my target is always like full of those ones, but the like 4 or 5 inch scale figures, my target's usually pretty clear of those. GameStop will have some. The baseball homer is the one I've really seen kind of linger. Yeah, so I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. I did pick up another Mecha Mecha Koopa, doing some army building with these.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a little something. This Beetlejuice Ultimate Beetlejuice. That's 3 times now.
Oh no.
So at Walmart, that Carolina actually had to go in and get this for me. So I also picked up a boot this week. So I sprained my Achilles earlier in the week. So she is.
I'll tell you what he was doing.
Light jogging. All right, this is what. Yeah, that's
it.
That tracks.
Yep. I can neither confirm nor deny whether that was the case, but
I was driving the car. I remember. I saw it.
Look, it's not easy to jump from a moving vehicle onto another moving vehicle. Okay,
the side of a truck.
Yeah, their injuries will happen.
I'm just saying, Cuppy made it no issues. He doesn't have legs, Kenny.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we are a flawed species because we have legs. All right. So Beetlejuice, right? And then my last pickup for the week, ending the saga that was Savage Land Professor X being delayed, finally arrived. So,
are you getting others to make Banshee and Forge like me?
I kind of thought about it. If I see some more, I probably will because I like the idea. Because like you, I love the uniform look of teams when you can do that. So yeah,
do it.
I'll probably do that. Yeah,
do it.
Nice. But yeah, so that's what I got this week.
And the whole animated series wave, but he's not.
And the whole anime.
Yeah,
I just didn't. I don't want to. I don't want to put salt on the wound.
It's already there. It's already there, Kenny. I didn't get much this week. I think I only got one thing. Hold on.
If it's Phantasm, we're gonna fight.
How funny would it be? How funny! I pull out like 9 phantasms. Nobody's getting legs. But no, I just got a Snorlax. So this is cool. It's kind of like a soft thing. They're doing like these bigger like boxes of like larger, but sometimes they can fit in depending on what kind of Pokemon it is. And Snorlax is a larger Pokemon. And I like this one because the Snorlax I had in my collection, where is it? Oh, right here. Is standing. And this one's sitting, and he's a little bigger. And when I think Snorlax, I always think he's sitting there sleeping, right?
Yep.
Anybody that played the original Game Boy games, you have to go find the flute to wake him up to get him to move because he's sitting like right there in the middle of the road, sleeping, blocking the path. So, yeah. So that's it. I've just been opening stuff, and I've got to say, like, everyone's getting the Shredder, and I'm so glad I had went back and got him. Got him holding the floppy disk, of course, right there. Because, like every 90s villain holding the floppy disk. The only thing is I wish the cape was wired. Like the 34, we get a ton of great accessories, paint, everything, but wired cape would have really done it. Really done it.
You can take his head off, right?
Yeah, because he comes with extra heads.
So
make one, a wired cape, or commission one.
Good. Just be careful with that, man. So I was filming my review for that, and this is why I haven't posted it yet. The shoulder pad broke off on one of my shoulder pads broke off.
Justin, break yours off and see if you can fix it.
Are they just glued on?
Yeah, they're kind of just glued on. So I just have to glue it back on. But I was like, damn it. All I was doing was rotating the arm. I was like, here's the articulation. Look, the arm goes.
Yeah, I still need to heat this guy up because one of my knees doesn't really want to budge. So I'm not about to try to force it. Because, you don't. There's certain lines you don't force the plastic. NECA and Mythic Legions are definitely 2 of them. Don't force that. Just heat it up. Heat it up. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. I don't really have anything else. Sad week. Sad week. I didn't find the Batman the Animated Series line, David. But it's okay. It's okay. Whatever. Whatever. I'll just sit here and cry. I wish I had that clip, The Office, when Andy was like, I can too, just sit here and cry. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a Bruce Wayne finger puppet.
Oh God, don't do that.
There you go. Okay.
Don't do that to my Batman, dude.
But I like he's smiling. He's like the fake happy-go-lucky Bruce Wayne,
Smiling doesn't mean consent, David. Okay, so
but I'm thinking there was in the Batman Expressions pack there was a Bruce Wayne head. It probably was different from this one, right?
Probably.
I don't think he was smiling.
Yeah, I wonder if the skin tone would match.
It probably wouldn't. It probably would not.
Probably a little lighter skin tone. That looks a little darker. I did want to ask you about that line since you have almost all of them in hand. From your pictures, I feel like Poison Ivy looks a little disappointing.
But I don't think it's not Mcfarlane's fault. Like he's just re-releasing the mold, but I just don't like. She looks very plasticky.
Yeah.
And if she was like a matte, like the skin tone probably would look better if she was matte. But like, look how shiny she is.
Yeah.
Like, something about the head too.
The head's not good. Not good head. And then she looks, and I don't know how grown this audience is, but she looks like a blow up doll to me.
Yeah. Soulless eyes.
It's like Mondo just did Ivy so right.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So like comparatively, it's just like if they just did one like a new head sculpt, I think it would have made all the difference. And she should be matte and not like a shiny plastic. You know,
Disappointing, but at least that it's representation on the shelf. Like you said, it is the old sculpt. Maybe Mattel in the future, in like 10 years, will give us an updated Batman the Animated Series line. Fingers crossed.
I
Fingers
respect
crossed.
your hopeful naivete.
Oh, I know it's not going to happen. But, so guys, first of all, I do want to say hi to some people in the chat I didn't say hi to initially. I did say John Morrissey was here and he had to dip out. Light audience today with everyone watching wrestling. Gabriel was here as well. Hello, Gabriel. And Jay's Toy Collection UK popped in to say hello. Rick was here as well, dropping the cup emojis, his own cup illustration emojis. And JBTM is here as well. Hello, everybody. So let's get into the slideshow of news we've got going on today. First of all, got this wonderful picture. This is why Lexi isn't here right now. He's hanging out with Tanner, Super Turk 5000, having fun in Las Vegas. Lexi said he might be here a little later. I don't know.
I think he is wearing pants. I was like, I don't know if he's wearing like little Lara Croft shorts or something, but like
no, he's definitely wearing pants. Yeah,
that look like flesh tone, but they're not. Like, it's not his legs. I don't think they're his legs. He's Bruce Wayne. He's like.
This was an off-screen debate, everybody, before the stream started.
these are the kinds of conversations we have before.
Is Alexi having drinks with Tanner in Vegas with no pants?
With no pants.
Yeah.
Find out.
Getting ready to go watch wrestling live. So,
should we start wrestling if we don't gain an audience? Like,
I guess
naturally?
so. We just have to at this point.
All right. I'll get the mud.
So, second. Oh, so I know Kenny said he saw this news. Did you see this news today, David?
I did.
I did. Dan Yoon.
One more this year. Yeah.
So we all assumed it would be a total of 4 in the first year, the first calendar year of it.
That's what Dan Who told us.
Yeah, that's what Dan Who told us.
So
we also said
once again, he lied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I gotta say, they better hit out of the park with the third one. They need to.
Yeah, they gotta kill it on the third one.
Quick guesses.
Ryan Ting said Spider-Man was their best offering.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Let's reset expectations. In the spirit of Dan Yoon, let's reset expectations.
By kill it, I mean kill our hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I know there are a lot of like deep cut. It's like people are like, oh, it might be Moon Knight or Punisher or something like this. In my mind, I know it is going to be one of 2 characters. Well, possibly 3.
Maybe 4.
It's either going to be Cap, Wolverine, or maybe a Thor. Thor is like the biggest reach, I feel like, out of that. I get another light set.
I thought Deadpool was an option.
Yeah, my money's on Deadpool.
You think?
Here's why. Here's why. All right. No. So because we already like know that they were saying that there would be a single release of the San Diego Comic-Con Deadpool, right? But what I'm speculating is that it'll be a retooled version of that single packed, but in a maximum.
And meaning what? He will.
So yeah, he's just going to come with
purple pants.
Yeah. I it's going to be disappointing, but it's going to be Deadpool and it'll sell. It's like guaranteed for them to sell that, right? So I don't know, but it's not. I'm like, as much as I would personally love it to be Deadpool, but I also would prefer it not be.
So you both want it to be, but you want it to not be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right in the middle there.
So I don't know how I feel about that. Like the rumor was that single release Deadpool, like the San Diego Comic-Con, but like really, what could we have pinless Deadpool.
Yep.
What could they pack into that we haven't gotten already from any of these Deadpools? The head sculpts,
some explosion effects that we have with Punisher.
They're going to reuse the explosion effects from the deluxe
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stand and everything.
Yeah, they're
A
gonna
flight
give
stand?
Deadpool the fucking flight stand.
Yeah. There
And
you
a
go.
web sperm painted with Deadpool eyes.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? People will eat that shit up.
They sure would. Wow,
Well,
that was graphic.
Oh man.
ah,
No, please no. Give me a cap.
I want Cap. If
Here's
there's
the
only
thing.
one, make it Cap.
Yeah. Because I could use an upgraded cap. I could. I like the cap in my display. I didn't get Spider-Man. I did pre-order Hulk, but I've got a confession. I dropped my pre-order on the Hulk. I thought about it for a second, and I was like, you know what? There's other good stuff, like high-ticket items coming out later this year. I was like, I can't justify dropping this on Hulk when it's kind of sitting around. And to be honest with you, this might go on discount in some places at some point. It was already on Best Buy. It was probably a mistake, the $50 pre-order of Best Buy.
totally.
But I could see this possibly going down to like 40 on Amazon for a little while or something later on. It's not going to be anytime soon, but possibly.
Would it be worth 40 to you?
Maybe. Depends on how I feel at the time. The more I thought about it, you know the term aged like fine wine. It really aged like milk left out of the fridge. The more I held on to that pre-order, I was like, eventually, nah. And I hope the people that get it love it, but I don't know. I might get FOMO once like Kenny gets it in hand and does a review. I might be like, damn you, Kenny. that rubbery chest looks great. And the figure looks fine too. And then, but yeah.
Kenny, are you keeping your pre-order?
Oh, well, I wasn't going to pre-order, but I pre-ordered it on Best Buy because it was the $49.99 one, right? So
yeah.
I will. I think I will. I don't know. What do I mean? Of course I will. What are we talking about here?
Of course you're going to.
But here's the thing. It's like, why though? Like, where am I going to put that? Like, I love the Immortal Hulk, and that's not coming out of my like main Avengers display. So
you could put it on eBay.
That's where it'll go. I'll even sign it for you.
There you go. Slap a sticker right over those ugly heads. There you go.
Yep.
Sign it as Dan Who.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. Look, guys, we were just talking about John earlier. Compulsive Collector is here. Justin saving his money for more weeb shit and Mcfarlane. You know me so well, John. You know me so well. Actually have like some very specific weeb shit I'm saving for. So do I want to talk about that now, or do I want to wait until like the week? Did anybody here watch Zoids growing up at all? Zoids?
Yep.
Yeah, Andrew did.
I did. Yeah.
I gotta Google this. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Google Zoids New Country Liger Zero.
Okay, that's too many words. I'm just gonna Google Zoids.
So
I do have to say though, Justin, my roommate is very
like robot things.
Supportive.
Yeah.
Of the weeb shit. So my roommate knows Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh, there you go.
I love it. It was a great movie that I should watch it. And I'm I feel like I've seen it from all the descriptions that you've given about it so far. Mm-hmm. I watched your Wednesday wind up, something. And you're still plugging Kubo and still trying to get people to watch that trivia episode. And I admire your spirit. I really do.
How much is the production company of Kubo and the Two Strings paying you?
Not enough. I'll tell you that much. Not enough.
That's for damn sure.
So my next weekly Wednesday wrap up, David, is going to be I'll talk about Zoids. Yeah. So guys, it's members only content on the channel if you're a Justified channel member. Now I'm doing a weekly Wednesday wrap up video every week. I'm challenging myself to get one out every week. It's very not edited at all. My wife interrupted the first
very
one.
Raw.
Very, very raw. That's
Which is ironic if you're supposed to wrap it up on a Wednesday.
But yeah. But it's fun just where I kind of wrap up what we talked about throughout the week and what's going on. And I can give more in-depth detail on things I might talk about on the show. Because there's 5 of us on here sometimes, so I can't go as deep as I would normally want to. Like about Zoids. I'm not going to talk about Zoids anymore right now. But
I mean, we've kind of talked about it for the last 5 minutes, but
anyway, Michael Davis is here. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is well. We're well, Michael Davis. Have you watched Zoids? Tell us about it in the chat. So, I got a wonderful email from Big Bad, and I love Big Bad. I appreciate Big Bad as a company and everything. They're there, and honestly, there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't be able to get for your collection if it wasn't for websites like Big Bad Toy Store. What are you going to do? Order it from Entertainment Earth and pay $20 in shipping? No. No. But so Big Bad is there really as a safety blanket for a lot of people. And if I can't get it anywhere else, at least I can get it on Big Bad. But they charge maybe $1 more, but they got $4 flat rate shipping, yada, yada, yada. We've talked about the tariffs in another episode. This came out with them saying they've updated the price on one or more of the pre-order items, excluding tariff surcharges. So we know that, so they've upped the price, and then they're telling you when we get it in, then we'll let you know how much extra you owe that we had to pay in tariffs that you'll have to pay us before we ship it. So I get it. This is a smaller, like mom and pop. Well, they're a big company at this point, bigger company, but they are privately owned. They're what you would call mom and pop, basically. Family owned business. There we go. That's a better term. Mm-hmm. I get it. I get that they have to raise prices for this to combat this, even though nothing's really happened yet. I would say maybe wait, because we don't know if any of this will ever affect anything. So to me, I get raising prices to combat stuff going forward. What rubs me the wrong way is going back and telling to pre-orders that you've already had booked for a while. You already agreed to pay that price, and then they're like, "Oh, well, it'll be more." Actually, it's kind of, it feels like a bait and switch. Like you see a car advertised in the newspaper, you go down to the dealership to get that car, and they're like, "Oh, actually, it's not 27,000, it's 42." That's illegal, actually. So it feels like a bait and switch. That rubs me the wrong way. But at the same time, I get it. And I'm not on that other. I'm trying to be devil's advocate while also complaining. I'm not on the other side of being the retailer to see what it looks like on their side. But as a consumer, I can say, this sucks, man. This sucks. To not only tell me that, okay, anything I have pre-ordered is actually going to cost more than I originally signed up for, but also what the price you're giving me as an updated price isn't going to be the final price either, but you can't tell me how much it's going to be until it gets here.
Yeah. Well, from the read of this email, and I don't have pre-orders from Big Bad Toy Store currently. Like I don't really frequent them. You know, I shop at cmdstore.com. But like reading this email, it seems like, so it says we've updated the price of one or more items that you have on pre-order to display our standard product price excluding tariff surcharges. Your previous price had included an assumed tariff surcharge. So the price that you saw before included an estimate of what this tariff surcharge would be. But given the rapidly changing situation, the tariff surcharge is no longer accurate. So they don't know that what they included in the price before would be accurate. So the final price of your pre-order will include the actual tariff surcharge based on the evolving situation. So if your pre-order comes into stock in June, the final price that's on it when it goes into stock for you to get it will reflect the current tariff surcharge, and you'll know that full amount before you're charged. So you'll probably get another email from Big Bad say, this item is coming into stock. We will be shipping it soon. The final price for it is this. And you have an option in that to cancel your pre-order at that time if that's not something you're willing to pay. So as far as like I'm reading this and how I understand this, they put your price of the pre-order back to what it would be without a tariff surcharge because they don't know what that exact charge would be yet. and you're going to have advance notice to be able to cancel your pre-order before they physically charge your card, when they know what the exact tariff surcharge would be when it comes into stock to ship. So like for me, that's them trying to make the information more accurate to you before your money is charged. Like
it sucks not knowing, because as collectors, there's a budget, right? It's like, oh, I know I'm gonna have to, I can't buy this because I'm gonna have to spend so much on this and like stuff going forward.
But
that's why
they don't know. Like, it sucks for you to not know, but it also sucks for them to not know what they're charging for anything that they're selling from their website. So like, but they're what they're trying, I think, how I'm taking this, and you all can tell me your interpretations if it's different, but like how I'm taking this is they're trying to not like feed you with disinformation, like inaccurate information, before they really know what tariffs they're paying, what tariff charges are incurred from when, at the time that the items will come into stock, and hundreds of thousands of items that they sell. So like, it's going to be different from situation to situation, pre-order to pre-order, brand, toy brand to toy brand. Like, who knows? And at what time? And the tariffs will evolve from April to May to June to July. So like, whenever any of this comes into stock to be ready to ship, like, who knows where we'll be? Maybe the tariffs will be canceled and there aren't any. But like, it just seems like they're trying to like pull back on filling your head with an idea of what it would be when they don't even know what it would be. Am I reading it wrong?
No, that's fair point, David. That's fair point. So
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kenny.
No, I was gonna say, David, you make very excellent points there. I guess, like, to Justin's sentiment, like what I take from that too is it's disappointing how this whole thing is playing out, right? But to David's point, I like how they're putting this out there, at least being transparent with the information, as transparent as they can be, right? They know probably only a little bit more than we know, right? If they're like at the negotiating table with corporations and stuff, and kind of have a better idea of how those things are playing out. But they're sharing what they can and what they can forecast on how things will affect their business, right? So whereas like they're going to have to raise their prices if it all comes through, whereas like an Amazon type company may not have to raise the prices, right? They could absorb some of that. They will, depending on whatever the specific companies do. Like if Hasbro says, all right, well, we're raising our prices now, the standard Legend is $27.99 as opposed to $25.99 or $30, whatever it's going to be. They have more room to like mitigate that stuff. Whereas a small company like Big Bad, they're really just kind of throwing a bunch of shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? And this is kind of, I think, how probably the only way, the best way that they can handle this is just be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is our plan. But it does, like to Justin's point, it does suck. Like if I pre-order this thing that's $20, $30, whatever, and then I don't know the final price,
but they're not saying that you're locked in. Like, you have an option to cancel it before they charge you.
Yeah, and I think that's where you made a really good point about that, David, was like they're not saying that you're locked into that. That would be like the worst practice that they could have, right? That would put them out of business, I think. Like people would, it's not good faith business practice, right? So yeah, like I said, I think they're just throwing a bunch of shit at the wall, seeing what sticks, but they're doing what they think is the best thing. And at least putting the information out there is good. Being, transparent about the surcharge that may or may not happen. And then it's really up to you if you want to go through with that, right? So,
and I mean, if the situation changes 3 times between now and July when your item that you pre-ordered comes in, wouldn't you rather they send you 3 updates as the situation evolves?
Yeah.
Than to not hear a word from them about what they're planning to do to adapt to the situation, like a different company that maybe doesn't have the best customer interface that we've discussed on this stream before. You know, like instead of a threatening email like you're going to pay this no matter what, or we'll charge your card on file anyway.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, like
Michael,
you want more information, even if it is changing and sometimes contradictory. You want to know the latest about where you stand, right? So like, you gotta at least give them that they questioned whether they should have really estimated any kind of tariff because it's changing so frequently. Like, so they decided to like bring it back to the baseline price without a tariff, and then when the situation happens and they get the item, if the truck is not hijacked, then they'll update you with what the real tariff surcharge would be, and you have that window of time to decide, am I still willing to pay 135% more on this, or am I not, and I'm gonna cancel the pre-order with no fault, walk away, you know?
Yeah. So yes. But Michael Davis said something, and it kind of made me think of like a little bit deeper into that. So he says, I get that. However, Big Bad should eat the cost on earlier pre-orders. So like you pre-ordered something 6 months ago or whatever. And what I'm thinking is, okay, all right, you pre-ordered something. Now this item has sold out everywhere, right? But you chose to pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store as opposed to on Hasbro Pulse, on Amazon, whatever, name whatever retailer of your choice. But now that thing is sold out everywhere, right? And now are you going to? I mean, I guess some people would be still willing to like eat whatever that additional cost is because it's better than paying whatever like the scalper price on eBay is going to be. Maybe, I don't know, but But just a little thoughts, I guess.
But if Big Bad doesn't even know what that additional cost is,
yeah, that's too much for them to guarantee. Yeah, exactly.
How could they commit to eating that cost, like an undetermined amount of cost, or an undetermined amount of pre-orders? You know, like that, they would bankrupt themselves. They could
absolutely. And then Brian Merchant made the counterpoint there that there wouldn't be a BBTS anymore, right? Because exactly that point. If that doubles the fit, if they're now in the negative on every figure that they put out because of that, it's
how would they recoup those losses ever? They would have to file for bankruptcy. Would they be able to keep the business going? And like it's another business that goes under because of the tariffs. So it's like they're between a rock and a hard place just as much as we, the consumer, are. But it always comes back to value for your dollar to detail. The value that you attach to the dollars.
That's copyrighted, David. Watch out.
What value do we put on the items that we spend our money on? Is it worth it to us? So what we are saying for the pre-order for Maximum Hulk, $60, I'm willing to pay that. Then we get an update email that says your tariffs are going to make the cost of this Maximum Hulk $175.
Yeah,
okay, cancel.
Never mind.
Done. I'll figure something else out, or I'll just enjoy the other Hulks that are on these shelves.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. And so then but then technically, does BBTS eat that cost if you've canceled the pre-order that they got in stock? Then they're stuck with it. Right, they're stuck with the item.
And now they've paid they've paid whatever the tariff plus price was, right? So that
you've left them holding the bag when you cancel your pre-order.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lose. It's kind of like a lose situation, right?
Wow.
Right.
But it made me think of another email that I got today from Nerdzoic. So Nerdzoic sent out an email today that they're actually looking to buy collections. So.
Moving on to vintage.
So this kind of idea, whereas like if this does happen and this is where the toy market goes, and now a new figure costs $50 instead of $20, it might force people to go back and just kind of collect older things, right? So it really could like reignite the secondary market in that kind of way.
If you want anything old, buy it now.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I want to get Andrew's thoughts and then move on. But my final thought is, damn it, David, I should only have to pay $1 for everything I have on pre-order. You should down my prices, up everybody else's, and I'll be happy. Okay.
I love that for you.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we all agree. Andrew, what are your thoughts on this? Quick notes.
So I've got 2 orders that I'm waiting from Big Bad that hasn't hit yet, and I've gotten like an email saying that they may update the prices. So I'm kind of hoping they don't, honestly. But I mean, these 2 figures that I'm hoping for, they've been showing up at Walmart here recently, before even they're supposed to even be out. So I mean, if I see them at Walmart, I may just buy them for retail. They're at Walmart.
Either way, finding it at Walmart be cheaper than Big Bad anyway. At that point, the only advantage of Big Bad is you're not paying for it yet. You just, in the back of your mind, okay, I've got it. It's just not going to be here for a while, and I don't have to foot that bill until it ships. Versus finding it at Walmart, then if it's 2 figures, you're probably spending around $50-something after tax right out of pocket right then.
Right.
It's like digital money doesn't feel like real money. Money at a cash register in store, that hurts a little more.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I catch it at Walmart, I'll probably just cancel my Big Bad.
Yeah.
Which I mean, they're not even going to be shipping out until June. So,
who is it? I'll keep a lookout for you.
So it's the new Anakin Skywalker. Okay. Yep. And then the Phase 1 Captain Rex.
Okay. Are those both on card or in box?
So they're on card in the retro Revenge of the Sith packaging.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, I take that back. Those are not on the Revenge of the Sith. Those are in like the regular box. The Commander Cody's on the Revenge of the Sith packaging.
Okay.
That's also what I'm looking out for too.
Okay. I think those are hitting stores in like shippers, like out in the middle of the main aisles too.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out. I haven't seen them yet. But yeah,
$1
for Justin. $1 for Justin. $30 for everybody else for $5.
That's right.
And I'll be happy. So, going on to the next news topic, something near and dear to Kenny's heart here. So there's been a theft. We don't know who did it. There's no evidence out there that could possibly, incriminate anybody. Okay? No thumbnails, anything. What a world we live in. This is what tariffs do, guys. This is what tariffs do. People are hijacking tractor trailers filled with McFarlane Toys action figures. The entire shipment of this Joker and this Supergirl, from what I understood, from what it says here. So, and these were, can you elaborate to me? I know the Joker was a Walmart exclusive, right?
Yes. Maybe. Actually, I actually don't know. But Walmart did send out the email. I do think it was, right? Because they said the entire run. Mm-hmm. So, because you're not hijacking several trucks, right? It was just like some trucks.
So,
I don't know. Actually, I don't know the details. Why am I saying information?
Well, the email says, among numerous McFarlane Toys figures in cargo was the entire U.S. production run of the Joker, Batman the Killing Joke, gold label McFarlane cover recreations.
Well, the gold labels
entire
are the
U.S. production
exclusives.
Run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
I mean, that's substantial.
I would say, sure.
Somebody at a jockey lot somewhere is going to be making bank just selling these at a car.
I feel like
they know what a jockey lot is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like somebody was trying to hijack something else, and they're going to be very disappointed when they see the entire U.S. production run of the Joker Killing Joke.
Isn't that just the irony of the joke? Of that joke. But the Supergirl was on that too. And I can only assume, due to David's findings of no Phantasm was on here as well. Selfishly, when I first saw this news, I was like, please don't be the animated series line. Please don't be the animated series line. But so you thought you dodged a bullet if you got this Joker. Like, I didn't have to pay any extra tariff charge or anything like that. Nope, because now Todd's going to have to bring a new production in, and you will get tariffed this time. Joke's on you. Joke's on you. So, David, how do you feel about the guilt?
Buy it from
that?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you feel? Is the guilt eating you knowing that you were an accomplice to stealing all these wonderful collectors?
No, not at all. I mean,
who's driving the car, David?
It's just first of all, that is not photographic evidence. I don't know what court in what land of the world you're trying to sell that story in, but I don't even drive. I don't even have a driver's license. So, like, not me, not it.
This picture says different.
Yeah, I bet it does. It also says that you are rappelling from a helicopter.
I was trying to stop you guys. Okay,
I would bet the entire U.S. production run of the Joker, Killing Joke, that you've never rappelled down from a helicopter that Andrew and Alexi were flying.
You don't know my past, David.
Yeah, I know all of it. So, no, this is crazy. This is wild stuff. And like, just even the headline on the Joker post, it says entire Joker figures gone. Like, can we do we couldn't do graphics like the newspaper headline that would spin on the Batman show and just be like, entire Joker figures gone. Like, wow. I'm encouraged that it's not the entire U.S. production run of the Supergirl figure, because I do want that figure. Yeah. But it explains why I haven't seen it in any stores yet.
Explain.
That's wild. No, I mean, I truly, this is the first today that I'm hearing that this happened. I had no idea. Yeah, no.
Oh man, Todd.
This email came from who? Wait,
from Walmart.
Who? Walmart. Oh, okay.
Whoops! Yeah, it was a Walmart truck, basically. So
the Walmart truck was taking stuff from Mcfarlane to
their distribution center.
Somebody thought they were getting a truck full of eggs.
Yeah.
And now they have.
And now they just got a bunch of bad eggs. A bunch of they laid an egg.
Jokes on them.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think they opened them and like, ew, pins? No. Like, put them back. Anybody else have anything to add about this snippet?
In completely unrelated news, I'm opening up a toy store where we exclusively sell Joker and Supergirl figures. It's
really,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The joke's on you,
what's
girl.
The tariff price?
So they're $175.99 each to compensate for tariffs.
Sounds reasonable.
And theft.
Medical bills due to the boot.
Medical bills. Yeah. So just wanted to put that out there. No, this is crazy. I cannot wait for like the investigation to unfold and to find out what really happened and why. Because I truly believe that like somebody was intentionally trying to heist a Walmart truck, but I find it hard to believe that they were intentionally trying to heist a Walmart truck full of Mcfarlane figures.
Right. Well, wouldn't you be able to easily find, like, if this is the entire U.S. production run of Joker, whoever posts some for sale on eBay, like, trace their eBay account to find the hijacker. Like, you can't move this stuff. You can't sell this stuff because you own every unit that was produced in the country. So where, like, how could you sell it without giving yourself away?
You got to figure out a way to wash it. You know, this was like an episode of Breaking Bad, I'm pretty sure.
You got to launder them on the black market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this hot Killing Joke figure. Come down this alley. Let me show you. Let me show you this Killing Joke figure.
Come on. Watch out, kids. Watch out. Yeah, these things are going to start popping up eventually. I just don't know how. I don't know how. What the irony if they just drop them off behind a dumpster, some poor dude finds them, tries to sell them, and just he gets hammered.
Well, like I love the Supergirl email. This theft is currently being actively investigated. By law enforcement. Throughout the week, we monitored the situation and were hopeful that the stolen cargo would be recovered, so we could fulfilled orders as scheduled. So who typed this email? First of all, unfortunately, there has been no further information or developments at this time. So, like, someone didn't do grammar check on this email before sending it out. So they were mad. They were definitely deep in their feelings. Do you think they're saying it's the entire used production run to try to prevent the person from selling them? Because why would they say that if it was? Because they could use that to entrap them. Well, it's like, if it's a Walmart exclusive and it was a Walmart truck, that doesn't surprise me that, like, it would be the entire run. But, like, the email says, we're writing to inform you that earlier this week, a tractor trailer full of our products was stolen while en route to the Mcfarlane Toys store warehouse. So is the truck hijacked on its way to Mcfarlane?
Yeah, looks like it.
But then why would the truck, what is the truck full of if it's going to Mcfarlane store warehouse to collect the inventory?
Probably going from factory to warehouse.
Or this is all
distributed.
Inside job.
So Walmart has a separate Mcfarlane's warehouse that's Walmart's that holds Mcfarlane stuff only.
It's all for the insurance money, David.
I don't know. Maybe I'm digging too deep into conspiracy theory.
The line is coming to an end. Todd needed something a little spicy. Okay.
Maybe it's an insurance scam.
Inside job. Okay.
He took out a huge insurance policy on these two figures, and somehow they were all disappeared.
It's a possibility.
John Morrissey, thank you for the $6.16 super chat. I'm 30 minutes behind live, but here's $6.16 in honor of Marvel for Andrew to use to buy some snacks for the next time he's in the basement. There you go, Andrew.
Thank you.
The vending machine in the basement is broken, by the way. So
yeah, I need someone to fix it.
It's okay, Andrew. Andrew, I can actually honor of John Morrissey, I got to play something here. These are the exact instructions of how to get that vending machine working.
I think I got it.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do.
I think that'll work. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Andrew, how heartbroken are you that this trailer got jacked?
So, I mean, I'm not a Mcfarlane collector, so not exactly heartbroken. But I'm just trying to figure out how did an entire U.S. production run of the Joker fit in one trailer?
Oh, that's a good question, too.
Supposedly with other product. We know
I think it's live.
With Supergirl. But you'd think, like, there are multiple distribution centers for Walmarts all over the country.
Right.
So all the production run is in one truck, and that truck is going to go to each distribution center?
Well, it looks like it was going to the Mcfarlane warehouse, which will probably from there send it to whatever stores they go to.
This story is
the factory, the Mcfarlane factory to the Mcfarlane toy store warehouse.
Right.
So
and then gets distributed to like Walmart, Amazon
truck.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're the police right now. Sorry, guys. I gotta go.
I have a siren outside. Is that you, Kenny, or is it me?
No, it's not me.
Yeah. There's sirens outside. It's me.
Well, you were the driver. So,
I confess.
I mean,
they ran the plates, David.
It's not true.
Don't shoot.
Sorry.
Captain Carrot swore this wouldn't happen. He swore. Okay, so let's move on to.
Hey,
David already went over it. We have to touch on this again. Batman the Animated Series line. It's wonderful. I love it. Except Poison Ivy is very disappointing. She will be representation on the show, and I'm happy about that because we'll never get another animated series line that goes this deep. I don't think, not an affordable one anyway.
No.
I don't want you affordable. I don't know. You want to collect Mondo? Pay $300 a piece for Batman the Animated Series figures.
Well, that's a great Ivy from Mondo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
but where the hell would I put them, and how the hell would I afford them?
And now the
steal
tariffs.
everything else. Oh my god! Oh no!
More than 300. Tell you that.
Yeah. But this is an awesome line with Hardak, Poison Ivy, Bane, and Phantasm with a Bruce Wayne Build-A-Figure, which David showed. That suitcase opens. There's a painted Batman suit in there.
And it comes out.
Awesome.
It does come out.
That's cool.
I keep dropping.
That's cool. So I'm excited for this. It's hitting store shelves now, apparently. So check your targets and buy them and send them to me. Okay? Thanks. David, you're just looking for Phantasm. Kenny, you supposedly got the whole line already. Whatever.
That's right.
I don't know.
There
Andrew,
was
let
one
me know
box on the truck.
All right. One box on the truck. Andrew, let me know if you see these. Okay.
All right.
And just if I don't answer, just let's just help me out here. I will pay you for them. I need these because I don't know about you guys, but what I worry about with like Target and Walmart, the reason my Walmart hasn't gotten any new Simpsons stuff in since Bartman's release is because the pegs are still filled with Bartman, so they're not going to put any new until that's gone. My Targets still have some of the old waves sitting on shelves, and the collector section is only so big. It's pretty small. So might have a hard time finding these around here in these parts. And we know we can't really trust the Target app or the website. Freaking
I tried to scan one of the animated series figures on the Target app, and it was like, we can't find this. It might be specific to certain stores. So like it won't even pull it up, because I hope that maybe it was cheaper on the app and that the store Target would price match the app price, but it wouldn't even pull up on the app. So that's a pain.
I did that with Shredder when I found him because I was just curious. I was like, ooh, because you never know. Sometimes prices can get messed up, and I was just curious. I was like, ooh, if I don't know what this is priced at.
Well, pricing is also regional. Like certain things in like Middle America Target versus New York Target are gonna price differently. So like I learned that a while ago. But the app generally is like a baseline price.
Yeah.
Because it's not based on like it's not relative to like the rent of a store in a certain market.
No, I have that same problem because like because I work closer to DC proper, right? So like if I go to the Target that is in DC or the one that's like on the border of DC, the figures are typically $2 or $3 more than the one by my house. And I'm like 20 minutes outside of the city. So it like in that small 20-minute span, the prices do change. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, it's also how Target would choose to like break up the districts that their stores are like fall under. Like they may rezone stores to be part of a new district, and like I'm in the Metro New York area, so like there's higher rents for stores to operate based on square footage. So like that will change the cost of, because if I took a train and went to Target in the Bronx, the price of an animated Batman figure would be $2 or $3 cheaper in the Bronx versus Manhattan, Metro New York, So it's always best to check the app, because the app will not be beholden to any regional pricing changes. So then the store will have to price match what the app charges for it, because it's the best price, and it's Target. They're just Target is matching Target,
This is completely unrelated in a way, but just pricing. Walmart is starting to get the Jada Street Fighter Wave 1 in stores now. $29.99. $5 more than they were at Target and on Amazon. So those things are still available on Amazon for $24.99. Sometimes cheaper. So
is the Target Blue Guile showing up for a higher price?
I don't know. It's just Wave 1. I saw Ryu, it's Fei Long and
Chun-Li.
What's the name? Chun-Li, yeah. There. $29.99. I already have them, but I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked at the price tag. I was like, why?
Tariffs.
The tariffs. Oh, speaking of, here we go. Great segue. Kenny, I'm so sorry that you missed out on this pre-order. But $38
It's a lot for a little white dog.
That's all.
Exactly.
And I didn't mean to do that. Hold on,
So
hold on.
this is just the price on Big Bad, or that's like, because honestly I didn't even look
anywhere else. With you.
like, this is how I feel about this, right? I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'm probably gonna love the movie, and then I'm probably gonna be like, oh, I should get that Superman figure, even though like it does not. It looks. We talked about this in the chat, right? It looks off. There's something about from the head to like the mid torso. There something is not computing correctly there. I don't know what it is. I can't really. But I also said that about the Christopher Reeve Superman upon initial photos. So I don't know.
Not good.
But $38, I'm not here for it. Like it's not something that I need. I don't even have any attachment to this Superman, right? Like I've only seen trailers. Okay, that's all I know about this. So it's not, I mean, it's Superman. I'll get it, whatever. But that's not my point here. My point is that like I'm not in a hurry to get it, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I saw that and I was floored by the price. That's
that
seems screenshot.
That seems wild. I don't know, but I think
out.
Yeah, and that, I guess that's the other thing that I'm like, okay, well, what number of product are these, like how many units are these companies buying? Because like
entire production runs fit on one truck.
Well, now that we know that, it all makes sense, right? So because all the Mcfarlane stuff has been selling out, right? Like I have not been able to land any of the Superman stuff that has been, except for Eradicator. I finally found a pre-order for Eradicator, but like I haven't been able to get the Silver Age Superman. I haven't been able to get Bizarro. So I don't know, but
short production runs.
I guess like we said, and not even a whole truck, right? It's probably just like half a truck because Supergirl has to also be on that truck along with some other things. I'm sure
they're probably producing like 50 units of each.
Yeah, it's very limited.
I do. If you're planning to move on from this, I do have two things to say about this, though.
Okay.
Were you going to a different slide?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So one, this is a deluxe theatrical edition. So.
Oh no.
Now, Batman Returns was revealed as a theatrical deluxe. So this tells me two things. One, we might be looking at this as like a standard price for what Mcfarlane thinks theatrical deluxes should be. Two, it tells us and it gives us an indication of what might be included in Mcfarlane's idea of theatrical deluxe. For this, we could call it a 2-pack because there's a dog and the Superman, but it's just a bunch of hands other than that. Now, if we apply this to Batman Returns, I would presume that we'd see the same amount of stuff. Are we changing the dog for a Penguin Commando?
I think so. I think that's where it's going.
And so it'll still be hands, and then maybe an alternate faceplate or a head on one or two of the figures in the wave.
Must be because this has 3 faceplates.
Oh,
right?
It does.
3 faceplates and 2 extra hands.
And 2 hands. Okay. So at least the faceplates are options to display, but for me, Batman Returns is so much more nostalgically driven, where I would be more inclined to be okay spending that money on that. But this is a brand new movie that nobody's seen. So I think it's harder to justify a $38 price point on an unproven IP.
Yeah.
So that's just where my mind is at about this. But I'm not going to buy this. I don't give a shit about this. But what all this is telling me is like more info and ideas about what the Batman Returns line is going to look like.
Well,
so I'm just preparing myself,
It's going to hurt price-wise.
It might.
You're right, David. That's exactly what that's going to be. This is his new kind of deluxe packaging.
Deluxe theatrical. So, they're saying theatrical, I guess, because it's a strong capture of the face.
Yeah.
And like detailed costume.
But is it though? Because like the face looked off. That was part of
this face is a little rough.
the complaint.
Well, for me, it's like the size of the head versus the size of the torso.
Maybe that's what it is. Like his torso, like his upper torso, just seems big, like it animated in a way.
Wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know the actor that well, but like the ears kind of stick out on the head sculpt of the figure. And so he just looks like the head is not proportioned to the body.
Yeah.
Somehow, like maybe it was sculpted too small, or even if it's like super accurate, like maybe they should have scaled the head up a little bit more.
Yeah.
To keep the proportions a bit cleaner. It does seem weird and it seems off, but I didn't see those same problems in the renders of Batman Returns, you know? So at least if we're gonna get Batman Returns as they looked in the renders, plus 2 other face options and a Penguin Commando and the coat on the Penguin, you know, like I can get on board. You know, Penguin probably gets an umbrella, let's hope. But like I could get on board with a $38 Batman Returns theatrical deluxe. I'm not buying this.
I'm assuming that the $38 price point on this is with the BBTS upcharge. I think if I had to guess, I think the general, like if you were to get it on Amazon, theatrical price would be like $35. I'm guessing it'll probably be $35.
Also important to note that it's limited to 2 per customer. So don't go and buy 5 of these for $38 each. You
Just
can't.
get the whole truck.
Let you.
Yes, that would be.
You're better off hijacking the truck.
Because that wasn't the only figure from this. Now, Andrew, I'm not trying to skip you. I just know you don't care about this. But if you have anything to add at any point, just put your hand up. Put your hand up. Or flip me off. You can flip me off, and then I'll know. There we go. So I don't know. Don't care. One thing to point out here, guy on the right here, pinless for some reason.
You don't know the guy on the right?
It's Mr. I don't know, dude.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. Okay, yeah.
He has
varsity jacket.
Balls. He has powerful balls.
That is terrific. That is terrific. How about a Superman movie wave where Superman still got pins, but Mr. Terrific doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the legs. The legs might still have pins, but these are new arms right here.
Wouldn't it be clever if the pins were hidden in the hole of the R and the P?
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. But McFarlane's pins are like the size of my head, so there's no way they're like hidden right there. Oh, you guys have anything to say about these guys here?
Well, I think they, like, at least for the movie, they did a nice job with Mr. Terrific, and I think he's going to come out very well on screen. But we're talking about the figures, not the movie. So I assume that the legs are pinned, and that's why the promo shot cuts off, mid-thigh. Yeah. So,
well, Mr. Terrific is gay in the comics, so they're showing off his best assets, which is his ass and his
balls.
Fun fashion sense jacket and his balls. Yeah. So, you got to show off the best parts,
Fair. Okay. Fair enough.
Fair play.
Yeah, fair play.
Fair play. Yeah. Who's robot dude on the left over here?
That's robot number 4.
Okay.
And do you know that because you're a Superman fan, or that's the name that was?
Yeah, he has a 4 on his chest.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if this will come with like different plates where you can army build them and put different numbers.
That would be
smart. They would, but we shall see.
This is theatrical deluxe, right? So
$38 a piece.
Give them numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. But what if I'm a madman, David, and I want to buy 5 of them?
You can't, because there's a limit. You can only get 2 per customer. So
and 4 is the entire production run anyway, right?
Just forget about it. Yeah, exactly.
So okay, and 2 more in the wave. We gotta this doesn't look like a live action dude right here. This looks like a cartoon face sculpt to me on that Lex. There's no way that's live action, right?
I mean, I can see where they thought it looked like Nicholas Holt.
Right.
But again, this is like Pinhead syndrome. Like the head looks too small on the body. Am I wrong? Like,
no, you've got it. It's they're just like doing these like I guess, bigger upper torsos, but not matching the head.
If you put each head, like if he had 4 heads, he can go from shoulder to shoulder with the head side by side, and that's too big. Like that body is too big. Like it's not helping that he's got his arms like outstretched behind him, so it's even wider looking. It's not good. Is that pinned?
It is.
Looks
So
like
at least on the arms. The knees actually look like they're not.
No way.
The suit jacket arms?
The arms definitely are, because I have it like on the TV. I'm looking at it right now, so I see pins there.
Okay.
The legs at the knee, I don't see pins, but I can't see the outside.
Yeah.
So I can't say for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That Metamorpho looks terrible.
I feel like I've seen. It looks like a dude that like was on the Titanic and they just now brought him up, right? Like, that's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Bobo has a question, David, in the chat.
Is Mr. Terrific gay in the comics? I thought only Arrow Mr. Terrific is gay. No, he was gay on Arrow because they took that from the comics. So,
okay.
As far as I know, Mr. Terrific has been portrayed as gay in the comics. Yeah.
I did want to say too that John Morrissey said, or that money for Andrew's snacks could be used for Lexi to buy pants out in Vegas. So
he doesn't need pants. He doesn't need pants.
Nah, he's good. He's good. And Michael Davis had said that if people are stupid enough to sell the entire production run of the Joker that was stolen off that tractor trailer on eBay, they would probably easily get tracked down. They're going to have to piece that out and like get rid of a few here or there. And they're going to have to, find a way. All right. So I don't know, man. This seems like kind of a half. It honestly feels like they kind of started to try with this wave, and then they're like, "Oh wait, we're losing the license. Never mind." And then they stopped trying. Like, I don't know. And then this guy, big deluxe guy. I don't know, man. You know the Stitch movie, right? There was the show where they caught a different like monster, like a Stitch kind of hybrid, like every week on the show or like every episode. This looks like something that would be from that, like just a weird, like mutated monster thing.
He looks like a ragdoll made of potato sack materials.
Yeah, that's probably what the figure's going to be made out of, David. Actually.
Yeah.
Rubber chest.
Yeah, burlap.
There's a rubber chest. There's butterfly joints in there, though.
It's a maximum kaiju.
Maximum kaiju. Yep.
But like the thing is, because of my nostalgic attachment to Batman Returns, like this movie could be amazing, and these characters could be very entertaining, and it could change Kenny's perspective on buying the figures.
Oh, Kenny's buying everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, are you spending $38 per figure?
No, I don't think. Well,
even if you love the movie.
No, not on that figure. Like I would probably wait for better.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be.
This one is a deluxe.
At least.
Yeah. I don't know, Kenny. You're getting like 3 of these, right? You aren't Army build them.
Yeah, I figure like if I'm gonna go, I should go all out. And even though I have no idea what this is about, I'll buy 3.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. All right. Now, Andrew, we're getting into your territory now.
Yep.
So this is now. I told you, I had this Dash Rendar figure when I was younger, and I have no idea why. I never knew where he was from. I was like, this guy isn't in the movies. Like, what's going on? I was a dumb kid, right? That didn't know too much about Star Wars even then. But we're getting a Black Series Dash Rendar, and I am honestly tempted. This was you take it from here. These 3 reveals. I've got 3 slides.
Yeah.
This was from Star Wars Celebration, right?
Star Wars Celebration in Japan that I think is over by now. So they revealed some new Black Series. One of them being the Black Series Dash Rendar from Shadows of the Empire. I played the game on the N64 years ago.
Oh,
But I don't know how close the face sculpt is to that game, but you can tell it's definitely different from the one on the right, the old vintage figure.
Yeah,
So,
bugs me. You got to go back and replay it, Andrew, and let me know which face sculpt is right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure the game's all blurry anyway, right? Just those old graphics.
If it was accurate, it would just be pixels.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want.
We need a pixelated Dash Rendar.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that'll be on a card later. Don't worry.
There we go.
That'll be a variant. Don't
Perfect.
worry. All right. So it's with Black Series, they're doing this thing, Andrew, of going backwards in articulation. Like these are like very, very obviously single jointed elbows right here. Look at that huge joint on the arm. So we know they're single jointed knees, but it looks good. I'm just confused on why they keep going to all the single joints. It just confuses me.
It's Hasbro.
Yeah, more joints than the vintage figure has, though. Right? Yeah. So there we go.
Depending. Oh yeah, on that vintage figure,
yeah. So Andrew, are you in for this?
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll pick it up.
It's pretty accurate, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, I'll get it eventually. I think this might be one that might go on sale on Amazon at some point for a few bucks off, and maybe I'd pick it up then. Pending tariffs.
Right now it's about $25.99 for a pre-order.
Yeah,
on Amazon.
Yeah. Maybe I can scoop it up for like 19 at some point, like closer to Christmas time, especially. That's the thing. A lot of stuff we're seeing right now might be the stuff that would normally, go on discount closer to the holidays. Right. So who knows? Unless you're an entire production run of McFarlane figures.
Yeah, not this time.
Kenny, David, you guys interested in any of these Star Wars reveals?
Well, I didn't see any of them. But this one, I just think he looks like Kurt Russell in do you guys see the Grindhouse movie, Death Proof?
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of. That's what this head sculpt of Dash Rendar reminds me of, is Kurt Russell without an eye patch in Death Proof. So the head sculpt, I would like the head sculpt to put on some of the figure, but I don't. This means nothing to me whatsoever. This figure. So,
Kenny,
what David said.
Okay. But if there was an S on his chest,
then I'm buying too.
Yeah. All right, and then we get into some re-releases right here, or whatever. But Andrew, this is like the 30th Chewbacca and like the 6th Han Solo, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but I'll probably get them.
Yeah, this Han looks good.
I don't know about that hair ombre, man.
Well, that's very
stark. It's like that, like striped almost. He's like striped.
Maybe not that obvious.
A little more blending,
Yeah, they need to blend it some. I'll probably get these because I think it's gonna be new Han Solo sculpt, and I think they've sized Chewbacca better, where he's not as tall. Because I want to think the older Chewbacca figures he's pretty tall.
Yeah, I've held off on a Chewie, even though I've seen him like in Ollie's a lot. Held off. I think I'll end up getting backtracking, like I told you, Andrew, backtracking and just kind of, I don't know. Star Wars is a slippery slope. Such a slippery slope. I don't really collect Star Wars, and I'll probably get these 3 figures eventually.
Yeah.
The Leia and Luke have hung around a little bit. I feel like they'll eventually go a few bucks off.
Yeah.
In places. These might do the same thing. I don't know. The Han might actually sell out. I don't know. Depends. Again,
I feel like this could get me. I might be in for Han and Chewie. I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I don't. But
classic duo.
Slippery slope. Exactly, Andrew. Right? Like classic duo. If I could just say, all right, that's it. I'm cool. Maybe I could get like a little like mini Millennium Falcon in the background, and then that's it. I just call it a day.
Right. But you know who also was on the Millennium Falcon? You know, you got the new Leia and the new Luke. I mean, and then
It's pretty. Like,
R2D2.
Yeah.
You know,
C-3PO.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was around too.
Right. Yeah,
Only for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if you get Obi-Wan and Luke, you have to get Vader too.
Yeah, right. See, it is a slippery slope. All right. You've talked me out of it. Good.
Next.
All right. Okay. And so this is the last thing I wanted to talk about today. This is the Mythic Legions. Oh God, I already forgot the name.
Ganesh?
Ganesh, yes. A deity from what's the religion? It's is it Hindu?
Don't mess this up.
I don't want to mess it up. Is it Hindu?
Hindu? Is that what you're going for?
It might be Hinduism.
I think so.
We may just be speculating here.
This is one of their deities, one of their gods. And man,
anybody in the chat, correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Before Justin uses they a whole lot.
There we
go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Boom.
Hinduism.
Boom.
Thank you,
I was
Michael.
right. Thank you, Michael Davis.
All
Thank
right.
you, Gabriel. Thank you. So this thing is packed out. The price point, I believe they said was $70, but this is like a new, of course, a new sculpt. I watched Dorklayer's review of this earlier today, and oh man, I haven't bought any of the figure obscura, and I'm going to stay away. I'm not getting this. I love the elephant look, but they did this sculpt. They're going to reuse it at some point for something in Mythic Legions or Cosmic at some point, I feel like. We know they also do the retailer exclusive repaints of figure obscura later, so this will come in probably a different color or something. But look at all this stuff. Look at all this freaking stuff. All the jewelry and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man. The skin tone and just the detail on it and the gold on the axe. Oh man.
I mean, I love the way all of their stuff looks. It's none of it's for me just because I don't know, and I've said this before, it's just collecting for me. There has to be some tie there. These are for people who just genuinely love great action figures, right? And all of their stuff looks amazing, and this is no exception. This looks fantastic. I mean, it's not something I would get, but this is gonna, for whoever gets this is gonna look so cool on your shelf, yeah. And they put so much stuff in there, and it's just a lot going on.
Did want to say photos by Trevor 16 shooter. Shout out Trevor, always killing it with the photos. One of these trunks, so it comes with a separate trunk piece. One of them is kind of bendy wire, and the other one's more stationary. So that's just look. It comes with a big rat too. I don't know the story is with the rat. But man, I'm tempted by this just for the elephant sculpt.
Yeah,
because that's just so cool. The ears are articulated too. So, but they're going to reuse this at some point, right, David? Give us
I imagine so. I mean, but just the detail in all of this is just really stunning. The pants, the soft good pant, is beautiful. The ornamental piece that's behind his head, that plugs there behind the shoulder blades. He can have 4 arms. Maybe he can do less than 4.
Yeah, you can pop those out.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I get I bought the Egyptian gods set of Bastet and Anubis, but
because you had somewhere else to put them in your display,
right? That was for me. That was for King Tut, for the Egyptian display.
That's how it was with the Skeleton Legion builders. I had a place to put them in my display.
Yeah. So I mean, I love Kenny. I love this. It's beautiful. It's just not for me to invest in, but it really is a gorgeous piece. But think of all the people who are of the Hindu faith that would buy this just to have
Oh yeah.
This god on their shelf, the Ganesh, that they
Dude,
mean something to them.
Yeah.
it's really cool because they did a couple of the Egyptian gods. Now we're getting this Hindu god. We've got the other. It was some company on Kickstarter. There were 2 different companies that were doing like Christian religious figures and stuff. Like eventually, all these different toy lines, you can have like a round table of like different gods from different religions and denominations.
When they start getting into like Roman and Greek stuff, then it might be a little interested.
I'm in for Zeus because you
Oh,
could use Zeus with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
know that thing will look epic.
Oh man.
They would probably, the blue and red genie body, David, that they've done.
But
they probably do them on that body. I would think that's like a big scale and everything. Oh, that'd be perfect.
And I mean, it would technically be so basic that like you really could use it with anything. So I hope they do go for Zeus soon, soonish, in the next year or two, because that seems like such an easy thing that a lot of wide net, but yeah, this is really stunning. Like you can tell that the company puts their all into every release and really sits around the table and plans it out, and like if it's supposed to be wearing boots, it will be wearing boots,
Man, this 4 Horsemen, it's a slippery slope. Like I've had Sir Elijah on my desk since I got him and opened him up. I pose him around and everything. Mythic Legions, it's 4 Horsemen in general. It's Andrew, don't do it. Don't do it. The knights, they're awesome. And then you're like, oh, maybe another one. Maybe I'll get a wizard. Oh, maybe I'll get an elf archer. Oh, you know what? That big dragon guy looks cool. Oh, some skeleton. Yeah. There's different skeletons. You can army build the skeletons too. It's I don't know. The only thing I have from any of the figure obscuros is when the Red Death came out. I know I showed this off before. I've got it right here. I love grandfather like clocks, everything.
Oh yeah.
So someone sold me like their clock for like $20. So
nice clock.
Thanks. Does it
do
hold
it?
on.
Does it?
Yeah. There we go. There we go. PG, So guys, that's all I had for today. I think it's we're about to go ahead and wrap it up. Make it an earlier episode.
Is this a record?
Right. It's a record.
Wow. Thanks, Doug.
I don't know. I don't know, Kenny. Let me check the poll.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
So coming in. So I put in the poll, who should read the end of the show channel member list? Coming in at good thing he didn't win because he's not here. He didn't make it. It's okay, Lexi. We love you. Safe drive.
Told you
was
we'd be here
at 8%. Andrew in third at 12%. David second place at 32%. Kenny
bump those numbers.
48%.
Woo!
So let me, Kenny, while I'm going to get it up here so you can thank all of the wonderful channel members, I'm going to go ahead and close the poll because
Justin's going to get it up.
Thank you.
Get it up. Get the poll. Look at the poll.
Get the poll up. Put up your poll.
Bring the poll.
All right.
Wow.
But thank you, everybody. And Kenny is going to close us out, thanking all of our wonderful channel members.
Well, first of all, we do want to thank everyone who showed up today. All right. Not just the channel members, although we do thank them more because they're better than everyone else. But we do thank everyone else who stopped by. Speaking of better than, no, just kidding. I'm not going down that road again. No, all of the justified and justified MVPs are co-equals. Okay. I love you both the same. All right. I've never said anything to the contrary, despite what other people may tell you. Okay. Listen to me. All right? It's just us. Okay. Just us. All right. Anyway, speaking of justified MVP, we've got Agent Z-Man All right, the number one, numero uno, first on board. It takes a lot to be the first, and someone's got to take that step. And Agent Z-Man crawled so we could all walk. Okay? Is that how that expression goes? I think so. Anyway, Rick, Legion X, John, the Don Juan, compulsive collector, who was here today because he felt Justin saying that he wasn't here. So somehow the aura was out there in the universe and he came. So we're glad that you did. John Morrissey, we're glad you came. Yeah, that's right. John Morrissey. Just think about the weekends and holidays, man. That's all I'm saying. All right. We don't have to do this back and forth. Best friend, who's best friend. If maybe like there's a guy, Justin, who you want to hang out with, probably not. But I'm just saying, if you do, we could work, or we could just all be friends. In a world like this, maybe we just need a little friendship. Okay. David, Evan, and Smith. 3 of my best friends. Okay. All right. That is undisputed. Okay. There's nothing you can say to counter that. All right. I think we can all agree. Michael Davis, who has joined us in the Justified MVP, not on the live stream. I actually don't know where I was going with that, but thank you, Michael Davis. St. James, the patron saint of collecting, we do appreciate you. I know you're watching WrestleMania right now, and oh, brother, you should have been here, okay? That's all I'm saying. 3 p.m. is way too early, all right? If we started this at 3 p.m., honestly, we'd probably still be going at this point.
Yeah.
And
more energy.
That would just, like, be weird, okay? Things would get super weird, and I mean, not that they're not already weird. Like, we're here, we're having this moment right now, but, it somehow could get worse. The last one, that's me. Okay? What's going on? Moving over to the Justified, who are co-equals. They just pay a little less. That's all. Dan Who Reviews. You've seen the channel. Legends and Liquor is tomorrow. Some of us may be on there. Are any of you guys on tomorrow?
I'm working.
Okay. Well, I guess I will be the only one on tomorrow to represent the Justified. Okay. So I'll be out there. I'll be your voice. Bam. Hit it. Christopher Allen, everyone's favorite. Haven't seen you around, buddy. What's going on? Maybe you'll be on Legends and Liquor tomorrow, though, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Rich, displayed once. Also, get it, the time difference. Does Rich catch this on the replay? We hope so. If you do, shout out to you on the replay. Kurt K. Kurt, where you been? Are you watching wrestling too? I don't know. Does Kurt watch wrestling? I don't think Kurt watches wrestling. Maybe he does.
Kurt's
He doesn't.
asleep.
He's asleep. Yeah, that's right.
Paul displayed once. He doesn't even make time for a dance stream anymore. So
that's a fair point. He was not on Thursday. Yeah, so he's kind of just abandoned us all. Sad times. Sad times. Cole's Cave. You saw him on the channel a few weeks back. He works late nights. Maybe he was off today, or maybe I don't know. I don't keep track of who watches wrestling in this group, nor should I. Anyway, Lexi promised us he would be here, and just like my absent father, decided not to show. I'm just kidding. My father was not absent, but Alexi was. Okay, and I'll never forget this day, Alexi. Michael, bring toys to work. Michael went to see Sinners today. Said it was very good. I want to see that movie, so I'm going to take your recommendation. I'm going to go see it, and I hope I'm not disappointed. I don't think I will be. It looks really good. So let me know in the chat if you saw the movie. No spoilers, though. Just good or bad.
My roommate said he saw it yesterday, and it was also very good.
Okay, everybody seems to like it so far. I like where this is going. Jesse Hubbard, whose mother lived in a cup. No, that's not the Curds and Whey. Okay, we get it. Jesse, thank you for continuing to deal with this. All right. You all voted for this. We're at that point now. Okay. Tanner, who is also watching wrestling, but actually live. So, and apparently kidnapped Alexi and did not allow him to show up tonight. So yeah, I blame Tanner for this. Alexi, I blamed you initially, but I think I know who to blame in reality. So Super Turk. More like Super Steel Alexi. Okay.
Super
Jared?
Jerk.
That was better. Dude, damn it. That was so good.
Branding. It's all
next
branding.
time, Kenny.
I can't.
Next week.
But it won't work next week because we'll be friends again. So it's going to be back to Super Turk instead of Super Jerk, which I messed up. Anyway, Jared Byrne, we finally got it correct. We pronounced all of your names right this time. I think everything is spelled right. We're moving in the right direction on this channel, right? So it can only go down from here. STM Figures. Still. Oh, I followed STM Figures this week. You were already following me, so I apologize for the delay, but thank you for that. And now we're friends. So yes. Mikey Moonboots, who was once Miley Moonboots, who has returned from his lovely vacation, which I'm a little bit jealous of. But thank you again. We have a lot of UK friends and European friends on this channel, and I assume they watch the replay, or they at least tell us they do. So yeah, I guess we'll find out. Jay's Toy Collection, another one. Is he still streaming right now? How long does wrestling go?
Let me see.
Well, it's like 2 days, but he was going to start at 7 p.m. I think he said that it was like 7 to 9 is like the pre-show, and like 9 to midnight is like the real show, and like midnight to 2 a.m. was like the post-show. And he was trying to do all of it, and it's his birthday. So
yeah, happy birthday, Jay.
Shout out to Jay's birthday.
When do they jump from the top ropes? All right, I don't know.
I don't know if they're allowed to do that anymore.
I haven't watched wrestling since 1997. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't watch that kind of wrestling, but
that's fair. So Jay, we wish you luck. Hopefully, you had a happy birthday. You enjoyed WrestleMania. I don't know who went. Like how? I don't know. Okay. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. Chi Collect. I hope you won, Jay. Hope you won. Chi Collects. What can we say about Chi Collects that hasn't already been said? Too much has been said, honestly. Too much that is not totally relevant to Chi Collects, that had more to do with Chi-Chi's Mexican restaurant, and we don't need to talk. We've already talked about that. So Shane Shooter, shooting the shit with Shane Shooter. That's a whole lot going on. Shane, thanks for being here. Collecting Rush, I think, joined us last week. Again, against his better judgment, but hopefully you stick around, Rush. We didn't see it tonight. Maybe you're watching wrestling. Again, I don't know. I've said wrestling more in the last 5 minutes than I've ever said in my entire life, I think. So I'm going to...
But your voice makes it sound so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe they'll hire me to just say wrestling for them. Wrestling. Burgos LJ. Burgos. What's the LJ stand for? I've got questions. I need answers. RG, glad to see you. RG's been doing a lot of good stuff. He's got a lot of videos out there. If you guys aren't watching RG, you should watch RG.
What's the G stand for?
His last name.
Oh, okay.
David, you should know this.
I mean, it's anticlimactic.
Yeah, I mean, I know you wanted something a little bit more exciting than that, but that's what I got for you. Yeah, so RG, shout out. And finally, Lorenz, friend, he's definitely watching wrestling or asleep, or started watching wrestling and then fell asleep. I don't know. I said I wasn't going to say wrestling anymore, and I've now said it 4 more times. So I think that's where we wrap this up. Anyway, guys, I would appreciate next week if you vote for someone else, or maybe you just want to see how far we fall on this thing and how bad I can truly make this, or do vote for me next week, and I'll just make sure to drink more during the stream, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know.
I'm going to vote for you every week.
You guys get to decide. That's the fun of this, right? And
in all fairness, Kenny, I put the poll up at the very beginning of the stream.
You did.
I did.
I appreciate that.
Gabriel saying people just came in, voted for Kenny, and left.
Yeah,
I think people went in and made like alt accounts just to vote.
I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah.
But guys, thank you. It was a loose topic this week, and a lot of people are watching wrestling, right, Kenny? Wrestling.
That's right.
So, if you didn't hear Kenny say it already, but we will be back next week for episode 36 of Collecting Justified. We're on that trek towards 50. So, I might push the time back to 9. I don't know. I know what? No, screw it. It's staying 8:45. I don't care. It's staying 8:45 forever, David. Okay, forever. But guys,
the theme of the week was loose and raw. Was that like
loose and raw?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Become a Justified member, and you can catch the weekly wrap up where I go into more detail on the loose and the raw. Jesus Christ! I'm signing off. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.